Hi everyone, we have come today down to Southport. We're currently at the Spit. The intention was to do the Federation Walk. I think we got a little bit lost along the way, so we're not sure exactly where the Federation Walk is, but we'll try and find it. Anyway, it's a beautiful place down here. Anyway, so we thought we would show you some of the things that are around here. There's some beaches, there's some cycleways. I'll just show you this actually, some people cycling down this.
So we drove along Seaway Drive to the very end there. Lots of parking. It's very busy here today, but it doesn't feel overcrowded and overrushed. And so there's a nice steady traffic coming up Seaway Drive, and as I say, plenty of parking, although it's busy. And people with dogs and families and having picnics and things. It's a lovely area.
Absolutely, dogs. So right across the road from us here, we'll have a walk across in a moment. Right across the road from us is an off-leash dog beach. So you can take your dogs down there, you can take them off the leash, they can have a run around, go in the water. So we'll hop across the road and we'll go and have a look at that and see what that's all about.
Okay, let's go.
That's where we'll start, yeah.
So one side of the beach is dog off-leash area, and then the other side you must be on a leash at all times. So we'll just have a quick hop.
Oh, there's a little doggy, look. So hopefully you can hear this, hopefully the wind is not in the microphone too much, but this area here to the right, so I'm looking straight ahead now, this area here to the right is the dog on leash, although there's some dogs, that one over there by the houseboat and a couple here that haven't read the signs, and over this side is the dog off leash beach. And
there's not a dog here?
Doesn't seem to have a dog in sight, no, anyway. But yeah, so this is, what do you call this one? Connor Hurley Beach?
Connor Hurley Beach.
Connor Hurley Beach, I think this is called. And there are a few boats in here, and it's yeah, it's a few people being in the water. We saw some people kayaking. There are some houseboats here, and there's a sign there, but I'm not going to go in the water to see what that sign says, so we'll just have to make it up. And in the far over there, we can see at the far ground. It's not the far ground. Over in the, you can see Surfers Paradise, the tall, high skyscrapers of Surfers Paradise. I'm having problems with the words today. You might need to help me out.
Let's go through there and look through that.
Okay, we'll have a walk along the beach.
Oh, that's a bit of a big stick to catch, isn't it? Wow, no way.
Fetch. I think they are doing.
That's hilarious. Look at them working together.
They brought it back between them. So we're on a beach and the road is just over here. But you can see the cars parked. There are parking spaces all along the road that goes up this spit.
Do you have to pay for moorings on these boats that are just sort of in the water? Because they're not actually...
Well, they're not moored, are they?
They're not moored, are they? They're just sort of
anchored, yeah. I don't know. If you know the answer, put it in the comments below. Do you have to pay to have your boat anchored up here on the Connor Hurley Beach at the Spit, Southport? Okay, we'll leave the beach now and go and see what else we can discover. I think this is going to be a video more of discovery rather than the Federation Walk, which we might leave for another day. We'll see how we go. Okay, so as we leave the beach, we obviously the other side here, jet skis. The wind has dropped a bit. The wind has dropped. It's a jet boat taking people out on a ride. We're over on the other side of the Spit now. This boat coming in. Helicopter doing tourist rides. And people out on their jet skis. It really is a water place. That's beautiful actually over this side. No beach on this side here, but there is, you will be able to see over there on the far side, jet skis. Walked a little bit further along and we've come across some people who are, I think it's called kite surfing. It's got a different names. I'm pretty sure this is kite surfing though. A friend of ours that does it, he's really into it. It's a big sport. Oh no! No spearfishing in this area at all. Actually, we just walked a little bit further up the spit. There is fishing though. There's a chap down there fishing, and we've come across a beach, gorgeous sandy beach. Now this has got a name. I've just seen a sign up here. Let's go and have a look. And they're doing something with this. What are they doing? This is Untitled Spit. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it. Replenishment areas. So Gold Coast Waterways Authority is working hard to replenish the eroded foreshores. Okay.
From the tip.
Yeah.
And put it back here. Just put it back to where it's probably all been travelling to the end. Yeah. Just put it all back to where it should be. So
we know what this is called now. It's Untitled Spit.
Okay. Let's keep on walking.
Yeah. Look, you can tell it's well maintained. It's beautiful, clean, pristine.
Yeah, people have still got their dogs down here, so...
Yeah, it's a dog-friendly area. You just can't have them off the leash, I don't think. Just on that beach.
Yeah.
Another one of the tourist helicopters. And there are some... Oh, it's a lovely little picnic sort of table there with a, I don't know, it's a tiki-like design over the top of it.
They're a proper old-fashioned ice cream van.
Classic Jones, yeah, ice cream. Mr. Whippy, as we used to call them in the UK.
Oh, yeah, but he's actually got on the side one lick. It's not enough.
Well, it wouldn't be, would it, really? So, like... In fact, you'd feel pretty cheated if you bought an ice cream and all you got was one lick. So. Walk on.
Walk on.
See, all along the road here, all these parking spaces, and they're all free. There's, I thought we'd have to pay for these, especially with it being such a popular place, but they're all free. And although they're fairly busy here, we managed to find one without too much trouble. Yeah. People having barbecues, picnic lunches. Looks like a nice place to come. And there's plenty of shade as well. So like all these people are in the shade and right by the beach. What more could you want?
So along the way, all along this coastal bit, there's beautiful table and chair area, and these are very well maintained. I know sometimes when we've been to some of these places, they get a little bit grotty and a little bit worn, but these are beautifully kept, and every one that we've seen is clean. The toilets we've come across have been pristine. And the other lovely thing about walking along the path here is it's like manicured gardens, so it's like coming to a proper sort of botanical garden. So all the plantings have been deliberately put in, lots and lots of different variations of bushes and plants and foliage, and it's absolutely beautiful. It really is beautiful to walk along here. Everything's been done deliberate, and it's spotless, and it's the views are just beautiful. Let's keep going.
Okay, we've come to a sort of roundabout at the end of the path. It may be as far as we can go. I don't know, we'll check out. Oh no, there's a path that leads over off this. This is just a little ring road. Let's have a look and see if we can get the jet boat doing any manoeuvres. It doesn't look to be going too fast, but given the spray and the wake, I suspect if you sat in that, it would feel to be pretty fast. But what they do, is he doing, oh, he's gone there. Is he doing it right?
He's just doing a big turn around.
Yeah, they sort of do a loop in the water, like a donuts or something in the boat, which would be pretty fun.
Figure eights and things.
Yeah. Did they strap you in that? I don't know whether they strap you in or not.
Have to strap you in.
I think they have to strap you in as well. The road still goes on. They don't. This must be to do with the regeneration, I think, with the trucks. Water refills. Refill your water bottles along the way. And oh, it's a little boardwalk. Perhaps they're just building this boardwalk. Let's see how we go.
Is this the end of the boardwalk?
I don't know. It doesn't look all that new though, so.
We have sand dunes.
We do have sand dunes. I think this is the end of the walk. But there are some seats along here. You can sit down and look over the...
Protected.
Sorry?
The sand dunes protected.
I think it's part of this regeneration work that's going on. So I'm not sure why it's all fenced off, but clearly you can't go down there at the moment. Surfers Paradise in the distance over there. From the end of the boardwalk we will have a walk back, and this bit goes the other way as well. So we'll go and see what's down that end of the
Spit.
The Spit. Promenade. I feel there's a word beginning with promenade, something like that. I mean, no, not promenade. Promenade. I'll look that one up. I think it's promenary or something like that. But I will look that one up. So while we've been walking along, Alison has been having a look to see if my word that I've been searching for, promenary or something like that, actually exists, and it appears not. So I am wrong. Found lots of synonyms for promenade.
Promenade.
Lots of synonyms for promenade, but
peregrinate. Haven't heard of that one. Perambulate. We've heard of that one.
Yes.
Ramble, saunter. The one I love the most is mince, prance, and tiptoe.
Hardly the same as promenade, but perambulate. That's an interesting one, because that's the word that pram comes from. Obviously pram for babies. In the old days they were called perambulators.
That's right.
Yes. So you probably already knew that. We're just sort of like passing a bit of time as we're walking along in the sunshine. Now
the wind has gone down on this side. It was actually a little bit chilly on the other side as the wind was getting up, even though it was very sunny. But this is beautiful on this side.
Oh yeah.
It's so nice to see people out.
I know.
Kids, bikes, dogs, people having picnics. It is a lovely walk.
We've been walking along here, a little bit further down here, and there's a few bicycles, quite a few people on bicycles. Now, I did think, oh, we could bring the bikes down here, but I'm thinking about it, and I actually think that, apart from like for the children, which it'd be fine on the bikes, but I think to go for a ride, it's not actually long enough to go for a ride.
It goes along the other way, but I don't think you'd get much of a speed up because there's so many people walking.
Yeah, but you wouldn't even necessarily need so much of a speed. I just don't think that. I think the distance. I think to bring the bike, put it on the back of the car, park up, take it off. I just don't think you'd get enough of a ride to make you feel like it was worthwhile. Well, but we'll check this out on the map, because I don't know. You see, here's a chap.
It said something like 19 kilometres of pathways.
Oh, 19. Okay,
on
19.
On this Spit. So.
Well, that'd be worth it.
Yeah,
if it was 19. We'll check out the bike
bad.
paths and see what there is, because it might be quite nice to bring the bikes and just perambulate.
Yes.
That's not the right word for bringing the bikes, I know.
No.
But yeah, we could just go for a nice steady cycle, stop for a bit of a picnic lunch.
We did see, we went past, what did I say it was? Joe's Fish and Chips? Oh, somebody will tell me. I don't think it was Joe's, but it was somebody's Fish and Chips.
Steve's?
There was huge queues.
Is it Steve's? I think it was Steve's. Might have been Steve's. Dave's Fish and Chips. Whoever owns the fish and chip shop, we apologise. We've just forgotten your name.
Some bloke does fish and chips. His name we can't remember, and there were queues. It was as we came in, we noticed it. But you could ride. You could park up here, ride round, go and get your fish and chips, have a ride round. Yeah, you could make quite a nice day.
Actually, if we've got those bikes with those huge fat beach, the sand tyres on. So there's a couple of motorcycles parked off the side here. But yeah, if we've got those bikes with the big tyres on,
yeah,
we could do. Yeah, that's a thought.
Yeah.
So now, I don't know whether the camera's picking this up, but the sheen off that water, you would think that it's late afternoon, sun going down, and it's actually, it's just in the afternoon. Is it about 2 o'clock in the afternoon?
It's gone 2:30 now.
Yeah, 2:30 in the afternoon, and
it does look more, that's more like a 4:30 kind of.
Yeah, it is. It's very much like the you'd get in a late afternoon when the sun's setting over the water. We're carrying on walking along. We've passed where we actually joined this promenade now, and we're walking along, and there's some people on scooters coming back, and there's one of there's quite an older child, I guess, on a scooter with a seat on it. Now, my apologies beforehand to anybody who has a scooter with a seat on, but that's just lazy in my mind, seriously. It's like, if you've got a scooter, stand on a scooter, don't sit on it.
Actually, it looked pretty cool. I'm for the seat on a scooter.
It did.
It did look pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I don't know how you'd pack it up. You wouldn't pack up quite as small. I wouldn't have thought.
The seat would have to come off, wouldn't it? After all unfold.
Yeah. Anyway, walking a little bit further on, there's people doing some.
Show the view.
Fishing and.
We've got people sitting and reading, just chilling out, sunbathing, walking, fishing. Yeah, just all having a really, it's not Sunday, but it's a public holiday Monday, but it feels very much like a Sunday.
Yes, but yeah, and it probably would do. The extra day, people are just treating it as they would a Sunday, I guess. This is the Seaway South Emergency Access. Not really sure what this is. Let's have a quick look. Oh, I see. It's sort of stairs that go down into the water, because it's rocks all the way down here and down here. So if you needed to get into the water, I suppose if somebody had fallen in, or you needed to save someone, this is a way you can get into the water very quickly without having to scramble over the rocks.
You'd really want to go swimming here.
No.
However, there are showers just here.
Are there?
Yeah, there's showers just here.
Oh, the outdoor showers just here. Yeah.
Outdoor showers.
That's true.
Foot wash.
I guess it depends how far the water goes out, and it maybe there may be a little beachy area down here when the water goes out. I don't know. And there are lots of car parking spaces over this side. This is a one-way. I'm not really sure. I think this is where we weren't able to get into. It seems to be a big one-way system, but we must have missed the entrance. But as you can see, there are so many car parking spaces available here. You would not have any problem finding anywhere to park.
We're sort of going round a corner now. This is sort of the end, and then we're going on the other side. And you can tell it's getting windier straight away. We're just definitely going round a corner and on the other side.
Yeah. Yes, I've been saying for some time that we're going round the bend.
Yes.
Oh dear.
And on the other side.
I'm on fire today, seriously. If our girls hear this, they'll be groaning. Ooh, dad jokes. Okay, so we've walked a bit further on here, and I think we're coming to the place where we sort of intended on starting. Although I don't think this is the Seaway Tower, but you can get these electric bikes, the Lime bikes. They used to be green, now they're orange. Yeah. I wonder if it's because people were leaving them in parks and they couldn't find them. But I think actually the on Lime and Uber. That's interesting. When did Uber start getting involved with electric bikes? Anyway, I think this is the Seaway Tower up here. We'll walk a bit closer and then we'll have a look and we'll see, because if we find the start of the Federation walk, we could put that on the list and come back and do that another day. But I think this is the tower where it's almost where it starts. Now this is a great idea. So obviously you can go fishing down here, and there are people fishing down here, but quite often when you're fishing your line will get caught up, or you'll cut some off, and you've got hooks and just the line as well. But they've got along the walk here, they've got dump fishing line and tackle here. It's like a sharps container, I guess, but for your old fishing line and your hooks to stop getting tangled up in wildlife and children and humans.
Excellent idea.
Great idea. There's something very satisfying about being right, but I don't think there was too much sort of like a danger of me being wrong here. But this tower is actually the Seaway Tower. So just a bit further along this walk is the start of the Federation Walk, which we will we'll have a look at the start, and we'll pick it up another day.
Now, darling, when you're on video, I don't think you should say tower. I think you should say tower. The Seaway Tower.
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 Tower. It's a tower. We're just past the tower here, and
there's the Federation Walk.
There's the Federation Walk, Coastal Reserve. Let's go and have a look. Oh, there's a pipeline or something in the background. Oh, there's some people heading off on the Federation Walk Coastal Reserve. Now, it's a little bit late in the day now for us to do this, but now we know where we're going. We can certainly put it on the list. Let's have a look at the sign.
We can walk down to the lighthouse at the bottom.
Yes.
It's a fairly decent path.
Yeah, it's. I think the description says it's a mixture of gravel and concrete, so it shouldn't be too bad. And here's the walk. So we are, you can probably see up at the top here. We are up here, and the walk goes down right around the centre of the spit, really. Yeah, with the Boardwater on this side and the Pacific Ocean on this side, and yeah, walk all the way. This here is SeaWorld Drive. This is the main drive that you come up in the parking areas, and the there are a few little places along the way to stop, and an aerial picture. So I think actually where we're at the moment, we're actually walking down here, or we've walked down here and we're walking back up here over to here, I think.
That's right.
Yeah, so we're about here at the moment, and then we're going to walk over and look at the lighthouses over here.
But this is what the spit looked like in the 1970s. So it's just sand, a sandbar. Yeah. And this is what it looks like today. And this was because there were severe storms, and then in 1986, that was in sort of dramatically altered, and then in 1986 they stabilised it by constructing this Gold Coast Seaway. Wow.
Yeah, and they've got the SeaWorld, which is here. We'll take a trip to SeaWorld.
That was in the 70s.
Well, it's 50 years ago.
I guess so, but the 70s just doesn't sound that.
Not to people our age, no.
Not to you sound like then with that.
Okay, so there's a trail. We'll walk along it another day. For the moment, we'll just walk along the promenade.
But then that's why all the plantings. That's why we said all the plantings look very, very manicured and very deliberate, and that's why they really are.
These ones over here.
It's to stabilise the environment and keep the sand in place. Yeah. Beautiful. Whether they've got little motors on the back.
I think they did. They look to be going too fast to be.
They do, don't they? Like they've got little motors.
Kicking, but I know you can get these little surfboardy type things with motors on.
Yeah. They are kicking, but whether or not that's just.
Yeah, look, I don't think they'll be going that fast. I think they must have. In fact, this chap here, he's not kicking at all. Another one of the tourist helicopters going overhead. And these are the lighthouses that we were talking about over here. So there's one just probably around about here. The sun's in my eyes, I can't see where exactly. And then there's one down at the end of this walkway, if we have a look.
Let's go and have a nose at the...
Here, but we'll go and have a look. It would not be a day out without some kind of perilous danger. I didn't think we'd see one today, to be honest with you, just on a promenade on a spit, but there we go. Danger, risk of serious injury or death. Do not proceed beyond this point during high seas or strong winds. It is quite windy, but I don't know whether it's actually that windy. But anyway, you must exercise extreme caution at all time. But I don't mind a bit of exercise.
I don't think we've had a single day out where we have not been warned of some danger.
It's a dangerous place. Australia's a dangerous place to live.
Everybody thinks it's sharks and crocodiles.
And spiders. And snakes. Now, this is absolutely beautiful beach. It's pretty spoiled by that pipeline, but gorgeous sand. And then on this side we've got the rocks. I think the guys have got out with their boards. Yeah, here they are. And yeah, I didn't see any motors on those. I didn't see any motors on those at all.
Well, sand in our eyes.
Yeah, no, that's pretty impressive. They were paddling those with their feet.
So now we're on the other side of the spit. Oh my goodness, the sand's blowing in my face. This is a dramatic change of scenery. Just take a look at this.
You probably are picking up some of that wind in there. It's quite windy down the end where it's very exposed.
But it's a wonderful view. We're going to walk down to the end of this spitway here to the lighthouse. Okay, let's go. Let's carry on.
And it has got extremely windy down here, and you're probably getting a lot of this. I'll try and take it out as much as I can so you can hear. But on this side it is quite, well, not over by the lighthouse, it's not quite calm, but if we look down here it's reasonably calm. There's a boat over there that's probably a little bit closer to the rocks than I would like to get. And then over this side we've got plenty of surf. As we look back, we've got surfer's paradise. Down back to the beach. That beach looks absolutely fabulous from where we are here, walking along this it's not a jetty, it's not a pier, it's a walkway, and then back over to the beaches. As I said, a lot of noise. Hopefully the camera's muffled. I have got the muffler on it, but hopefully the mic is muffled a little bit. We'll carry on walking down to the lighthouse at the end. I can't imagine that this wind is going to get any less as we get further down though. So we're at the end here by the lighthouse, and it's all wet on the ground and the waves are splashing over. Get a bit of footage of this down here. Some nice big waves here. See if we can get a bit of surf splashing up. Ah, whoa, there's some. So, some people getting a nice little podium to stand on and get some photographs. We might get some photographs on there. I did get a picture on this podium behind me. So I stood on this podium with my arms out, and the sea is coming over, and the left side of my body is absolutely wet through from the sea. Anyway, we're going to walk back because it's windy and it's wet down here.
The walk up to the end on the lighthouse, that is definitely worth doing. It is quite an adventure. It's very windy, the waves come right over and get you, and the kids are all screaming with excitement.
I was screaming, water coming over, yes, splashing me.
And then you get little rainbows as the water comes spraying over, you get little mini rainbows. It's beautiful. This is definitely worth doing.
Let's get back to somewhere where it's not as windy.
Yeah.
Okay, we're back on the boardwalk, promenade. I just don't know what to call these things. Anyway, back on here now, out of the breeze and the sand and the sea. I think we're gonna head back towards the car. So we've got a little bit of a surprise for later on. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Not gonna put it on this video because we'll just save it for a separate one, providing things work out. But yeah, it's been a beautiful day just having this walk along the spit at Southport. Yes, at Southport. So yeah, look, definitely if you're short of something to do, you're not too far away, it's a nice day. Come, you can swim, you can surf, you can sit and read a book, you can stroll on the promenade. So it's a beautiful place to just while away a few hours on a gorgeous day. As we're walking back, we've come across a cafe. I didn't know this was here, but at the car park at the end of the spit, and there's a cafe. Just seen some people walking past with what looked like some fish and chips. I might be wrong because I didn't look at them too closely. But yeah, that's if you're down here, as I said, if you're down here spending some time and you don't want to bring your own food, then get something from the cafe.